Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Back in the water park. This morning, whilst I was wasting some time, I did a little bit of work, so I'll show you that in just a moment. But I want to thank you all to the new subscribers that have joined the channel. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. I hope you hit that notification icon as well, let you know I'm live whenever I go on. But yeah, no, thanks guys, it's appreciated. And yeah, I'm hoping as of the end of next week, I'll be able to put together a schedule for you. And I've then just got to keep to it. Spencer, welcome to the stream, dude. Oh, mate, you're too kind. Thank you very much. I only ever do this to inspire people, really, more than anything. The whole streaming aspect to it. Tomo, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a lovely weekend, my friend. Same for you, Spencer. But no, cheers for joining, guys. Much appreciated. And as always, smash that like if you don't mind. It'd be very much appreciated. It's worth more than anything to this channel. It really, really is. So, what have I done? Basically, I did this bit here. So that now is pretty much complete bar lighting. We just need to move this up a tiny bit. There we go. And what else did I do? About it, I think. I'm good, mate. Good. Start of a new era now. I've got myself a push bike to get back and forth to work. So that's all built, ready to go. If you're on Discord, you would have seen it. So yeah, 10 miles a day on top of doing my job. It's going to be a bit of a tough ask, but I think I'll get used to it. I've got to get used to it, basically, because there's no other way to get back and forth to work. But yep, no, I was quite proud of myself. I didn't watch any YouTube videos. I built the whole thing. To be fair, it weren't too bad. It was everything was kind of working. You just had to put the handlebars on. Everything was plumbed in, brakes, gears, you name it. So it was plonk the front wheel on, and so I don't go out anymore, mate. I think we've had this conversation a few times, haven't we, Tomo? Well, I hope you feel better soon, mate. Bless you. We never learn, do we? It's kind of why I stopped. Well, the only thing I must say, mate, is I hope it was a good night and it was worth it. Right. Let's get some building going, guys. But no, thanks for joining the stream, guys. Much appreciated, as always. Smash that like if you can. It'd be genuinely appreciated. I'm sure we have had that conversation before, mate. I just realised, mate, and I think I've said this before, once I got into my 30s, late 30s, it's just not worth it anymore. Good, that's the main thing, as long as you had a laugh, that's the thing. But no, Spencer, thank you for calling me a legend, it is appreciated. I am a legend status still within the Planco community on Channel 5 Gaming, so yeah, I can't really complain. So, my thoughts were, as we'll get this concluded today, I don't know how long I'm going to be live, because I am working 9 till 4 tomorrow, and it doesn't mean I have to be up super early, but it's going to be the first time I'm sleeping in my bed for just over a month. So Doggo now is all sorted. He's at Battersea, so he's going to have a bit better of a life, which is good for him. He was very happy when I dropped him off, so I was heartbroken, but it is what it is, unfortunately. But as long as he's in a much better place than he was, that's all I kind of care about, to be perfectly honest with you. I did everything I could, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I think this is coming out well. What I've also done is I realised that we could change the colour of the water. So if you go over to here, you can change the colour of the water. So if you want to make it look as though they've all wet themselves in there. I mean, what would you go for? Yellow, I guess. And then you can change the intensity. I think that looks disgusting. But the cool thing about this is, yeah, when you do a ride, instead of using the water, obviously you can then set it to the, I don't know, like a murky green, and you can properly get a swamp effect going, if you know what I mean, if you put rock work underneath it. So again, something that I didn't know was there but is there, but it just, you see what I mean by just giving it that little bit, it just looks a little bit more, I don't know, less clear, but it still looks good. I've done the wave pool a slightly darker blue, I think, if I remember rightly. I don't want path, come on. Yeah, so I did dark blue at 16%, and the funny thing is, you don't think it makes much of a difference, but just that little bit just makes it look a little bit deeper, you know? That's the main thing, man. I don't think he was that bothered. He was just going crazy because of obviously all the smells of other dogs and stuff like that. So, but when I said to him kisses and goodbye, he gave me a good slobber all over on the face, which I don't normally let him do because I don't like it. But I thought for once I'd let him do it. So, and then I broke down like a big crybaby. But anyway. I just have this unfortunate thing of having to give things up that I love, which is crazy. Never wish it upon anybody. But anyway, positivity from now on, guys. All the way. I've done the best for him, and that's the main thing. And that's all I've ever tried to do for him, bless him. It hurts, it's painful. It's emotional, but been through it before with my daughter, so obviously I didn't take her to a dog's home. Gotta laugh at that. You can't not laugh at that. Come on. The most sickening thing is I had to give up Marley today, and in 2 days time, it's been 7 years since I saw my little girl. Love you, Belle, if you ever get to see this. And as you long-standers know, the whole reason for this channel is because of that. Kind of saved my life, Planet Coaster, in a way. But anyway, Planet Coaster 2, Ryan, that's what we're doing. We're playing Planet Coaster 2. No more emotional bull. So I'm going to put camera on. Hey, guys. I look terrible. It's just been a very long day, and I sat here and I thought, you know what, I was playing it earlier just to kind of kill the hours before I had to take Marley to thingy, and I just kind of got back in from just popping up the shop to get some juice, and I thought to myself, you know what, let's say hello to guys, why not? Even if we're only on for a couple of hours, it's still a couple of hours building time that I wouldn't be doing anyway, so I get to talk to you lovely people. How do you think up all the stuff? Do you plan or just build? Literally, mate, the reason why I stream is because it's the easiest way to explain to you how I do it. Just watch. And I don't mean that in a horrible way. All I mean is I don't think, and it, in 7 years of doing this, I get asked that question kind of all the time. Do you plan? Do you do this? Do you do that? If you literally go back to the first stream was the car park and the entrance plaza, and then it's just, I thought I'd do a water park off to the left and do a main theme park into the centre, obviously, or to the right, however you want to look at it. But we haven't progressed with that yet because we're still waiting for the train and the bus system to sort itself out. That's the reason why I haven't done any more on here. So the most usable features within the game right now is the water park. So but in respect to planning and stuff like that, no, not at all. The only thing I think of is kind of like where I've been, and I use those memory points that are stored in the bank to kind of, I don't know, throw it up all over the screen, if you know what I mean. That's pretty much how I build. If you go back to Thunderland Adventure Valley, that was not Thunderland Adventure Valley, Thunderland Great Adventure. that I was doing on Planko 1, which is yet to be finished. It will be finished one day. The Horror Heights is modelled on Tower of Terror, but it's not the same because of the game dynamics, what's available in the game, what you can use, and how the ride works, obviously. So you kind of mould it and make it look similar. But the cool thing is when you actually go back and have a look at that, it's nothing like the real thing. It just has that vibe. So that's kind of the only little bit that's at the back of my head. Experiences, just throw it all up and see what happens. And like yesterday, not yesterday, day before, when we did this area here, this was just a mound of terrain. And it was only because I think Nick or someone said, oh yeah, you've got restaurants. And then if you have a look at the start of the stream, I just had a little play with it, see how it works. And then I thought to myself, I thought, you know what, that's a perfect little spot there. And in 2.5 hours, we managed to create all that. I have had, believe it or not, to put an extra table in for each restaurant because I was getting notification after notification. Yeah, like waiting too long. There's not enough tables. I can't fit any more in. So what do? You know? I didn't really want to put those ones there because it just makes it feel very kind of like cramped now. But it makes sense. It's not your typical restaurant. It's your... If anyone's been to Typhoon Lagoon, you'll know there's... I'm pretty sure hand over heart there's no restaurants in there. It's all like themed bars that sell a bit of food and stuff. And you just have these kind of canopied areas where you just go and sit and eat, basically, or you go back to your sun lounger and eat. It's that's kind of the vibe you get in that particular park. But it's like Blizzard Beach. I've never been Blizzard Beach. I went to Water Mania on the 192 back in the 90s, but that was just like a bit like Wet and Wild, like a Six Flags theme park where it's just steel and concrete. But to me, if you've ever been to Typhoon Lagoon or seen anything of it, it's stunning. It's beautiful. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm just trying to portray. Kind of get it more here, really. Where you just have these little nooks and crannies where you can kind of relax, just chill, watch the world go by. But then doing my own thing. So like in the other night, can't remember what stream it was, 3 streams ago, I think I said I was going to make this a little bit longer. So all I did was raise this up a little bit, less the angle, or whatever you want to call it, the descent. And then just kind of wound it round, basically, instead of it going straight into the pool. So it just adds another 5 seconds to the ride, but it just adds another element of something to look at. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do it, Spencer, to be perfectly honest with you. Hopefully you guys are all still there. Hasn't copped out, has it? Internet's working, everything's good. Okay, right. So yeah, the only bit of advice really I give on this game and Planet Coaster 1, practice, because that makes perfect. And that's kind of the same within anything you kind of do in life to a degree. The more you do it, the more you understand it, the more you find the quirks, the more you overcome the quirks, like we have been for many years now on Planet Coaster 1 and this. So it's dying, the internet's Just lower the settings, guys, see if that will help. Hey Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? I'm just having to lower the quality because for some reason the internet is dropping out. Hopefully you guys are still all there. Yep. But yeah, I mean, when I grew up, I wanted to be an architect / graphic designer. I never got that opportunity because adverts.
Traveling by train for work.
Because, to put it bluntly, I flunked in school basically for the grades I needed to be able to do that. So I never went to college. And then I found Planet Coaster, and it just kind of reignited all those kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, not feelings, but I don't know, imagination, creativity, however you kind of want to look at it, really. So I'll probably say that has a big thing to do with it, because I can look at something and just immediately work it out and figure it out and how you can improve it and stuff like that. So that's why I'm always happy to advise. So if you join the Discord, I think the link's in the homepage to the channel on the about, if you want to join the Discord server. Actually, I'll tell you what, let me post it if I can. I don't know if I can, bear with me. Where is it? And what I do on there, I encourage people to share your work, and the only reason being is because the community we have are all fun-loving people, and it's a safe community, which is nice. And if there is anyone that stands out of line, literally, push, gone. See you later. Let's go. Where am I? Invite people. See, it won't let me do it. Why won't it let me do it? Un momento, guys. Sorry. Let me just find it on my own page. For some reason, I go into the shared link, and it... where are we? About. Come on. It won't let me share the code for some reason. I've got to have a look at it. There you go. Hopefully that'll work. If anyone else can share it, if you're a part of it, more than welcome. Cheers, Spencer. I've also been to Florida a number of times throughout my lifetime, and from the age of 6, so kind of like growing up wanting to be an architect / graphic designer. You know, you have all that in the back of your head from growing up, if you know what I mean. So if you go back to Thunderland Magic Kingdom, for instance, and you take a look at the pirate ride, Pirate Adventure, I think it is, loosely modelled on Pirates of the Caribbean, but it kind of works, it does the job, and everybody enjoyed it. So, but again, the trick is understanding the game and what the game has to be able to create those things, and that's where it clicked with me. So but I was out of work, had a lot of time on my hands, and that's kind of how I got used to Planko 1, and you guys have all enjoyed it over the years, which is genuinely appreciated. Like I always say, I never thought when I started my YouTube channel I would be sat here 7 years later talking to people and having 2,500 people subscribe to my channel. It's mind-blowing. I'm just a very small fish in a very, very big ocean, but just to be able to, you know, when you haven't seen people in a long time and they say, oh, what do you do, what are you doing, what are you up to, blah, 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 and you just give them a little bit of explanation, they go, you play a computer game. And I'm like, well, no, yes and no. You know, it is a game, but it's not really a game, is it? It's a piece of art that gives you the ability to create whatever you want, however you want, as many times as you want. And I think people that have grown up with like Minecraft, I never grew up, I don't know Minecraft, I can't. I mean, to me, it's like you create things out of blocks. Adrian, thank you for the PayPal last week, mate. That really did come in handy. And if anyone would like to help anymore, you're more than welcome. It could be a big struggle this month. I've got to get through till the 23rd of May. Ooh. It's scary. One more month and life gets back to normal. One more month. One more month. Bought a push bike. So I've got a new push bike. I've got to pay for it in 12 months' time. But I've got a push bike. Couldn't afford a car. So it what it is. But I've built it all up today. And I didn't do any YouTube. But the funny thing that's amazing, yeah? When I grew up, my dad made my bikes, put my bikes together all the time, so I didn't really have an idea of how everything is. and how everything goes together. But the fortunate thing with the bike was that it came with the gears, the brakes. 90% of the bike was all together, set up. Claude Butler. So, you know, from my day, back in the day, that was the brand to have if you wanted something nice. It wasn't horrendously expensive because what I want to do is just see if it gets damaged or nicked first, because I didn't want to go and spend a ton on a bike and then walk out after work and go, oh, how do I get home? So I've got 2 massive chain locks on it. I've got the lights. I'm waiting for the helmet, and I'm waiting for the pump. But I did ride it down to the shell garage. I'll put air in the tyres, and I'm ready to go tomorrow. So if I stream tomorrow night, and I'm a bit like, because the nether regions, well, I'm a bit sore now. But I tell you what, the saying, you never forget how to ride a bike, is so true. For me, anyway. I got on the thing. I haven't been on a bike since I was, well, since I got my Nova when I was 17. So 16, 17 was the last time I rode a bike. So that's 30 odd years ago nearly. The seats, it's okay. It's okay. I'll get you. But I have moved it back now, so I don't feel as though I'm sat up high. The funny thing was I bought an 18-inch frame, so I was like, that should do. Because I remember being, I mean, obviously, when I was 16, I was pretty much the height I am now. So for me, it was, I always had a large frame. And I thought to myself, well, I used to get 16-inch frames, I think, which on the grand scheme of it now seems very small to what I used to have. But I got the 18-inch frame thinking that'll do. But it's one of those frames that's like, it's a lightweight mountain bike. So the frame is aluminium, which is amazing. And trust me, you stand up on it, you don't even feel it when you're pedaling. It's just what I needed. I had to look into e-bikes and e-scooters and stuff like that, but I've seen too many people fall off the scooters, and for me, knowing the way my life is and the way my luck works, I'll probably get halfway to work, fall over and break my leg, and then you're right up shit creek. So I thought, no, get a bike, and basically go from there. So who knows where I'll be in a year's time? Who knows where YouTube will be? Who knows, I may be able to get like a £500 car and just start life over again. So, but I'm on that journey upwards again, which is good. So those blocks are building. It's just the financial aspect it is what it is. It is what it is. I had to leave Ocado. I can't go into it really live because it's just a pointless conversation, but you'd understand a lot more to the reason why I'm struggling for money right now. But hopefully the council will help me out, or Universal Credits, around the 2nd or 6th of May. So hopefully that will somehow get me through till the 23rd. It's just all the payments for the graphics card and everything that I've got to sort out. So I'll just have to phone them and say, look, I'm in between jobs. I do apologise. Can we add one to the end of the agreement or whatever? That's basically what I'm going to have to do. I can't ask you guys for any more money. It's not fair on you. I appreciate it, but it's really not fair on you guys. 10 or 20 quid, that will help me get by. But like the help you gave me last year, which came in invaluable, because if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. So I can only genuinely hand over heart thank you to you guys, because if it weren't for you, I don't know where I'd be right now. In a lot of respects, because of this. Didn't go down the pub and get drunk. Domo. It's looking alright. What I don't want to do is block this view too much. So what do we want to do? Problem is, there's not many palm trees to actually use. I'm using so many of the same things. Where in the old game we had so much to choose from. Bam, plum. this thing. Suppose that could work. This one. What's that? Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Got hiccups. I'd love the spooky theme. I genuinely would, because it would open up so much more. But like I say, until they sort certain things out on here, I'm not really fussed about it at the minute. I genuinely just want the train to work. It's still not working. This station occasionally will do what that station's doing, but you have to open, close it, test it, open, close it, test it, open it. No, close it, then open it 3 times for these two to go back to normal. But this one just won't work. It won't work. It will offload, as I say, which I think it will probably do here. But you'll see exactly the problem here. This is the problem. So these people are getting off, and look, the train's going. Where the train shouldn't be going until they get to the exit, or at least have the countdown for the timer. So there's something wrong, and I'm fed up of going on about it, to be honest with you. Frontier aren't doing anything about it, which I find extremely frustrating, considering 2 track rides doing exactly the same thing. So I don't even want to put down another track ride and see where there's an issue, if there is an issue, if it is just track rides. But I don't know. But until they sort that out, I'm a little bit stuck on the theme park aspect of it. I mean, I suppose I could just go in and do it, but like I say, I can't confirm where I want the train, which then interacts with all the areas. So I need that sorting to be able to put this into a position. So then when I'm building the coasters, so as you all know, with the interactions, the dueling aspects, the high hills and stuff like that, it will all entwine together. Probably say it would be a bit repetitive in respect to the parks that I've built over the past, but obviously it's different games, so it'll look different, it'll feel different, and it'll run different. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Thank you. Finally. What do we need along here? We just need some low-lying plants. Alright, I've been listening to this music and you guys haven't had any, have you? My sincere apologies, guys. Tell you what we'll actually do. Let me spend. Alright, soundtrack, sound effects, voice volume. Just pause Spotify. No, hopefully no music at the minute, but hopefully that'll kick in. Pause it. We have music. There were palm trees I miss are the ones where you had like 3 or 4 going up and they're all different leveled, if you know what I mean, from the original game. They're quite nice. Not enough for me. Kind of also, Spencer, it was like Tom was saying yesterday, he goes, how many rocks have you used in the area? Obviously, I don't know. But generically, I'm using a lot of the same rock. It's just using the different sides of it, if you know what I mean, to give the different effects. So that, again, is a little trick as well. So like all the palm trees, doing different heights, different sizes, and same with the plants. Make them a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, because in real life, they're not all the same size. That's the trick there, and it just breaks it up a little bit, gives it a little bit more detail, without really adding a huge amount. You know, you can just literally just like there, just make that a bit smaller, chuck it in, and it just adds something. And if we go back to palm, and we use a little cheese plant. It's not really a cheese plant, but anyway. What is it? A Kentia. Okay. And again, it's kind of just fills the area a little bit without it taking up too much room. I know that looks a bit bland, but that actually works well because once we get something down here and have a little bit more, that will kind of blend in a bit more then. It feels like it needs something tall here. Would have got one of those there. Little slant on it to make it a little bit different. It's a bit odd, but it doesn't. Just up the bit rate of the video, guys. It looks like the internet's stabilized a little bit. Bear with me. Again, a couple of months' time, the internet will be sorted, and I'll be able to upload in 15 meg, so you'll be able to see it in 4K, guys. How's that sound? Really? That there looks awesome. Oh, through the rock. It reminds me so much of Typhoon Lagoon. Really, really does. Right, okay, so I'd probably say that then there, around there is done. What we want to do is... Where is it? 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 Okay. It'd be crazy, that was. Some music going. A little lower again, or is it? Oh no, here it comes. different enough to the other one. It's fine. Right, okay. Just adds a little bit of clutter. Just adds so much. It really, really does. Also, Spencer, when you go back to what you were saying earlier about where do I get the inspiration, etc. Because I have this architectural mind of being able to look at something, you kind of look at it and you think, well, where should I put some trees next, just to kind of either block off the area or add to behind here. So all I'm looking at the minute is just seeing how I can kind of seclude this off a little bit so that you're not seeing through. See what I mean? And then it just opens up these little bits, and what it does is it just makes you want to walk around instead of just look at it from afar, because you're creating these little blocks of views. But just look at that now. Apart from that bit, it's looking pretty good, like detail wise, you know. And it's just the more you practice it, the more you look at it and you think, okay, so like these bridges, I did these bridges first thing when I built this park. And I did nothing with them. I've done nothing with them since. Literally in about 6 months they've stayed the same. But because now I'm adding all this scenery around them, they just blend in perfectly. And like with this one, we kind of got the rainbow area, so it's just kind of like a colourful area, really. But all I've done with that is just change the colour of the awnings and the light bulbs. So at night time, you've got kind of a rainbow effect as you walk through there, which is quite cool. But it's just little tweaks that make things look very, very different. And it's just, you know, you may sit there and you think, okay, well, that's the same bridge as that one and that one over there and the one at the back here. But because you're not seeing it all the time, you know, like, yes, okay, you're going to see that one, then you're going to see that one. But because you're looking at everything else and everything else feels like it's there for a purpose, you kind of, it just all gels together. And that's kind of what I mean by that. There is no plan, it's just build. But because I have a methodical way of looking at things in respect of how I want things to be positioned, like with these, what I tried to do with these was not put them in front of the table. I did with that one. So if I scoot that one a little bit across, and then it frees up the view from the actual table. You see what I mean? Middle, middle, middle. So from the table, you're looking through, but you're not looking at a trunk, you know? But it's those little details that add to the bigger picture. And that's really the only advice I can give. But the problem is you've got to think that way to be able to, like I say, throw it up and just see what sticks, basically. Like here, it's just continuing the theme. It's like I did this months ago. I haven't actually finished it. I haven't put the barrier all the way around. And the only reason I didn't do that was just because I got a bit bored of doing rock work. But here we are, months later, still doing rock work. But like last week, oh yeah, I did this as well. I put this little thing in here. I haven't finished that actually. I need to finish that. I just thought I'd put it in there as something in the middle, if you know what I mean. What I am going to do with this, which I might actually start doing now because it will break up the monotonous rock work for you guys more than anything. Let's get some wood. Let's do this. Because this was something I was actually thinking about earlier. Doesn't happen often, but I was sat on the motorway for quite some time today, so I was just trying to ease the mind. Oh, that's that. Ah, I found it. So that's the double width one. Cool. Now, in the original game, that was pretty much a smooth finish. You didn't get any grain work or anything on it. So I'm happy they've done that. Oops. Yep. So change color. So my thoughts with this were, because this little bit here, the glass piece, you can't have the extended panel. Instead of coring on the tubes, you've got the higher on the outside to stop them going off the edge. You don't get that on these bits. So what I'm going to have to do is strategically place some glazing. Just from about here to about here, I reckon. Because they just go up to the lip. But what it does is you'll still be able to see them, but it will just show that little bit extra protection, should we say. Just a little bit added... Oh, where's my bit of wood one? That added little bit of detail. Evening, Daz. How you doing, mate? I video called Daz when I was on the way back from the petrol station after pumping the tyres up, so he's aware of my biking abilities. Dare I say it? Right. Okay, so it doesn't really matter how... I'm just trying to work out in my head. Do I need it perfectly straight? No, because if I come off the same axis, it's perfectly straight then, and then I just can move the whole lot into the actual position of what I need it to. So if we go the other way, make life a little bit easier. So you're still going to have the little bit of beams, because you can't obviously... I'll tell you what, where's the flat bit? There's no flat bit. Dang it. So we can cover these up then. Okay, that changes it a little bit. Right. So if we do that. The wood is 100% not coming through, so that's perfect. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to have to put Spotify back on, aren't I? Because it's just not. Just turn off the music so we don't double up. Trying to think of what I can use now. Are you good, mate? Racing, are you good? What's it? Crash bang wallops? Smash? I want a piece that I can't be bothered to try and find, but I know where I've used it. Piece. That piece. Ah. Oh, that's alright. Right. Okay. So. With this camera. The worst camera in the world. And I know this looks painful, guys. But this is kind of what it takes to get it to where you want it to be. Blimey. But ultimately, did you have fun, Daz? That's the big question. I wonder why that's done that. Mind you, that one's done it as well.
How do I find great value car insurance? Howden, just
Sorry, guys. Do you reckon that's worth all the effort doing that, guys? Because obviously you've got to imagine it done with trees and rock work around. I think it works quite well. It's better than the steel supports anyway. I think you did mention it actually. I can't remember. Someone did. You did. You did. You got tickets, didn't you? So with this one, this might be a little bit trickier. The thing is, it's like you're looking at it now and you're thinking, oh, it's just a few bits of wood. But it's how you tie it all together. You know, you look at what's coming up to it and how that's going to go through there. The tree work, the foliage and the rocks and everything. It'll all just subtly blend together eventually. I hope. You know, I'm thinking, do I have a straight line go through for supports, or do I do like a curved support maybe? But the problem is with the curved support, it's also got to be bent. However you want to say that. Okay, come back to that. We'll come back to that. Where do I want to go? I want to go on this middle line, don't I? So that also is the trick. Using the lines on pieces to be able to line things up makes life so much easier instead of just trying to eyeball it all the time. because obviously that outer crease is this line here. So if you bring it up, you can obviously line it up correctly and drop it down so that it's perfect. And then you just got to sort it out a little bit. Just tidy it up a little bit as you go. But you see, I'm not trying to do it for every single one, and I'm not rebuilding it every single time. It is just literally when you need it. The only downside is that comes up through there. Yes, really. I want it. Yes. Phantom dude, hope you're well, my man. Hope you're good. For that. Good man. That's what I like to hear. Staying positive. Like myself. God, my lips look red. You remember that time I put the camera in my mouth? Not then. That sorts that, so it's just that little bit there. And that little bit there. We'll figure out colour for this actually as well. They're definitely enjoying it now that there's a bit of wood on it. Innuendos tonight, guys. Come on, you should all be wetting yourselves. I thought you were my sense of humour. I just need to shut up, don't I?
Got the idea. You've planned it.
Ah.
The start-up needs start.
I'll deal with that. And this is the problem when you don't plan. Trying to figure it all out as you go. Music. Let's get this rock work bit done around here. And then hopefully it'll make a little bit more sense to my head. Brain. The way I'm looking at it, the way I do it. Calm down, calm down. I don't know why they just look super red on the camera. Maybe it's because I look really pale. There we go, that's better. Blinded now. Oh, excuse me. Sorry guys, it has been an incredibly long day. Stressful. Hey Heather, how you doing? Hope you're well. Hope the girls are good. They were mean, just having that little bit of rock work, just blends it in, plus it raises it up, so then you kind of think you don't have to come all the way out of here with the woodwork, so then that gives you different options, depending on how you look at it. Sorry guys. Ooh. Sorry for the sniffles. Ooh. Well, went the best it could do. He was happy being there, and I cried my eyes out, and I let him kiss me all over my face. And to be fair, I sent him out of wash. I should go and get washed. He's all right. He's in a better place now. That's all the objective was. And I just hope like youngish couple pick him up that enjoy like, I don't know, mountain walks, rambling, that kind of stuff, you know. I think that'd be perfect for him. That was... Anyway, I ain't going to go into old news, but yeah, anyway. You know, that was my plan, but a bit boring when you do it all on your own. So yeah, hopefully someone will pick him up in a few weeks' time. Do you know what the real nice thing is? He's going to get groomed. He's going to get his teeth sorted. He's got a little thing on the back of his neck that are going to get sorted. So at the end of the day, I didn't have the money to do that. I was doing the best I could with the situation that was with me. But it just weren't fair on him. You know, I weren't there for him 24/7, which I should have been, but I couldn't be.
This Tuesday,
So,
Amazon brings the
but he wasn't upset. You know, we got him from there. I mean, it was 4 years ago. I mean, the person that I was handing him over to said, "Oh, he won't remember this place." I'm like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah, dogs don't have memories like that." I'm like, he seems really happy. So yeah, it's 'cause it's all new to him. I'm like, this dog remembers stuff. Trust me. I know that dog inside out. Not literally. For him. You know what I mean. But at the end of the day, he's going to have a better life, and that's all I wanted for him. And the only way to do that was to get him back up to being fully healthy. They weighed him, and they said he was 2/3 the weight he shouldn't be. So over his ideal weight, he was 2/3 over. So it wasn't even enough double the weight of what he should have been. But I'm not going to go into why, and don't hate me for it. I tried to walk him as much as possible with the energy and the life that I was having to deal with. But he's out of that situation now. So that's all I wanted for him. Anyway, play coaster. Don't hate me for animal cruelty, because it wasn't my fault. I did the best I could, yeah. You're right, I did. I tried so hard. He was my best bud. At the end of the day, that was with me, and... I was just saying in the stream earlier, it's in 2 days' time. It's 7 years since I last saw my daughter, so it's just doubly hard right now. And I had to give up on something else that I truly adored. But anyway, that's life. It is what it is, isn't it? It's no other way to look at it, really. I did what I could. And ultimately, I've got him in a position where he is vastly better off being where he is. So I've done the best I can for him. I can't say much more than that, really. Right, it's all coming through well. You see what I mean now, guys? Because we haven't got that massive gap underneath, that structure looks enough now. You know, I don't think it needs something, excuse me, going through. You see how they look compared to the steel supports. It just gives it that little bit extra, extra detail. Got to fathom that one out. That's the only thing. But no, guys, just to give you a quick update. Did that. So that centre section now is now done to the entry to the lazy river. Through this stream, we've done a bit of veg around here, a few plants, a few palms, and around the back here, just a couple as well, just to tidy it up. I need to do a little bit more foliage work around here and here. But as a whole, the look of that is pretty cool, I think. Stuck a load of inflatables in, copied and pasted the other ones, but just changed it up a little bit. I think that works really well. Let's go for that person actually. Still got a good view out, even though we've got trees and bushes in front of it, palms, whatever you want to call it. So I mean, they're not obstructing the view at all. Works perfectly. And now that we've got this little mound in here, it kind of blocks that off a little bit. It keeps it open to the slides, which is really cool. I think it just looks good. I think it works really well. Yeah, I'm happy. Done this little thing here. I've got to figure out how I'm gonna make it look something. I guess. Ah, adverts. I haven't even had music on. My apologies, guys. I've done the signage, so I just put soda and pizza basically, and then put the toilet sign over. That was about it. Added a few boxes, anchor, kind of just making this a little bit of a beach vibe with the surfboard. I'll do a couple more and stuff like that. There'll be times when I'll flip back and forth and then we'll add stuff, but I just stuck these little kind of wrecked boats in as well, which kind of look quite cool. I've just put them in just for reference really, but I thought they actually could work quite well with this kind of look. You've got that worn beached look to it, which these have. So yeah, panelled out the interior to the, so I actually did quite a bit of work this morning actually. Amazing what you forget you do. But it's just working so well. It really is. And I hope you guys agree. So, tell you what then, I'm just going to go and quickly stretch the legs, because I'm going to go to about 10:30, guys. So if I go to stretch my legs now, that gives us another hour. And then I'll be done. And the cool thing is, I got my bed back. It's happening tonight. The first time in a month. Right, I'm back in literally 3-4 minutes, guys.
Bille kwak voor hem, hè, broer? Ja, dat is. Dunne verper, de grug. Stereo reality, no. Mas e essa coisa do polêmico? Isso é político, tá? Zie het zakelen en hoeveel polêmico? De andere willen, laat me doen. Ja, Summer room event. Kapan pedaan voor bawang?
I darf van Helen, ja.
Evening, guys. I'm back. Yep. Right, where were we? What were we doing? Totally forgot where we were now. Rock work on top here. I'm going to be honest with you, this is my favourite song on Planet Coaster 2, so I'm going to turn it up for you. And I'll shut up.
Got the idea.
Typical.
Part, you could do great things. Don't wait, just start. With a range of accounts including our Metal mobile account, no other British bank has helped more businesses get started than NatWest. Search NatWest Business Accounts. Tomorrow begins today. Over 18s only. Specific accounts and services eligibility apply. NatWest Group Results Q4 2024 Time to Market View Survey.
You had that whole advert, didn't you? Sorry. I thought I turned it down. My apologies. Wakey, RyRy. Barely any sleep last night, so I am literally running on adrenaline. I think that works quite well. I think I need to lower these a little bit. Yeah, a bit. Go. Shut up. Get this bit finished, I think. Get that done. Oh, this camera. Good. Can't change the colour.
With time to focus and get ahead,
Living
travelling by
adverts.
train for work with EMR can
Bon Abu let me.
I'm Douglas Murray. On October the 7th, the world witnessed
That bit's no good. Sweet. Gonna be hitting the sack soon, guys. I'm absolutely shattered. Well, that's coming along nicely. I need to just kind of secure this up a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I got to figure out. I've got to figure that out a bit more, I think. That's getting there. It's getting there. I'm liking it. It's good.
How do I find great value car insurance?
Howden.
How do I know if you're good?
We're rated 5-star on Trustpilot.
To do the Burning Blade Tavern with triggers and spinny things. You probably could do it actually now with the spinny things. Why is YouTube so slow? My stream is still uploading from earlier. Don't know, mate. Don't know. Mine are clicking off at about where was I? In about 2 hours to upload in 2K. So, but I'm uploading in a low bit rate. So for me, it's I'm only uploading in about 6 megabyte at the minute. So there's not a huge amount of information going straight up to YouTube for them to have to then re-render. So maybe something to do with that. I don't know, buddy. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I hate not being able to use the zoom feature to where you want to go, like you did in the first one. That's why I struggle with the camera, guys. My apologies. Right, a bit done here, yeah. Guys, if I'm honest, I'm pretty much done. I'm struggling to see where I want to go with things, so I don't mean to be a pain. But that is me pretty much done for the evening. I do have to get up at 7:30 in the morning and bike ride to work. Be fun, turning up, hot and sweaty. But no, I'm happy with how this has come out tonight, actually, with what we've done so far. You can kind of see what I mean by those bits. They're kind of coming in now, so you can imagine if there's bits there as well. It won't look so thin and pointy, I guess. I don't know what the right expression is for it. Because once we get some vegetation around here and some palms and bits and bobs going, trees and so forth, it will just all blend together and it'll look perfect. So I'm very happy. Oh, my apologies. Cheers, Tomo. Yeah, absolute pleasure, my friend. No, I didn't get any Lycra. I can't afford any. Well, they didn't have any on where I got it from anyway. I don't need it. I'm fine. It should be fine on bikes. So I'll leave the stream there, guys. I won't go on too much more, but thank you very much for joining. Smash that like if you haven't already. It means more to the channel than you probably realize. It just helps get some more views and so forth, which obviously does other things. But yeah, no, Spencer, thanks for joining, dude. I hope you enjoyed my little explanation about how I do it. And as you can see, I just flit and I go back and forth between things, and you know, like this, that kind of, now that looks so much better. And now I can work on the viewpoint that we're going to have out to the park, even though we don't know what we're going to have in the park, but at least I can mold the surroundings to have that feature, which will look quite cool. I'm kind of happy with how that's coming out, actually, the way that, so once we get that done, I am literally, you can tell I'm done. I'm spent. But no, it's definitely getting there, guys. Thank you very much. And if anyone can help a guy out, because it is going to be extremely tough for me in the next month, and if it's only a $5, couple of quid, anything on PayPal would be very much appreciated. Links in the description if you can help me out. Buy me a coffee, it'd be very, very much appreciated, guys. I won't ask for anything else apart from a like. Be very much appreciated. Just helps the channel out more than you probably realise. But guys, thank you very much for joining. I won't go on anymore. I know I said that already, but I hope you have a good morning, evening, sleep, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Smash that sub if you haven't already, if you want to see this park come to life more in the future. And we will be going back to Plan Go 1 probably in about 6 months, maybe. Cut long story short, I went crazy on the park. I've put too much in it. My computer suffers, and streaming at the same time. So again, upgrades, so forth in the future, who knows. But we will get back to that eventually, or Funderland Great Adventure. But no, guys, I really do hope you're enjoying how this is coming together. In the vibe there, I mean, that picture there, bar this bit through the center, is pretty darn cool. I just love the vibes coming off now. So, but guys, seriously, thank you for joining. Hope you all have a lovely remainder to your weekend. I'll see how tired I am tomorrow afternoon. But just to give you a little bit of heads up on the schedule side of things, Monday afternoons, Tuesday afternoons, maybe Wednesday evenings, most definitely on a Thursday streaming all day. Friday I won't be streaming because I work late, so I don't finish till 10 o'clock, and obviously having a bike ride home now take about half hour. And then on Saturdays I'll be streaming all day, and then on Sundays it really is dependent on how I'm feeling when I get back, because on Sundays I'm on my own, so I have to do the whole of the stock and everything for the click and collect. So it's quite arduous on the old muscles, if you know what I mean. So guys, thank you very much for joining. We will get back to a brilliant schedule very, very soon, probably end of next week. I just want to get one more week under the belt, just kind of get me physical aspect up, get used to it, not be achy and painfully, you know, I'm in my 40s now, so getting old. Guys, love you all. Catch you all very soon. See you later, guys. Bye bye.